Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Friday. So good to be here. Really is. Very exciting. And I know it's Friday afternoon, and you've probably had a massive day, a massive week. And it's been the Easter break, it's been Passover, school holidays, it's all going on. But I just have so much to share in our little live catch up here. Let me know you're here, hashtag live, and if you watch the replay, hashtag replay. I'd love to know who's been here, what's going on, and there is a lot going on. I wanted to really talk into this feeling of uncertainty today. So if you're ready for this, that will help support your business to be more stable and more predictable and more consistent. This live is for you. And that is something that I have been practicing for the last 33 years in this industry. And I consistently practice and show up with being predictable, being reliable, being consistent. And that has built a business that consistently grows and stabilizes, even in the most uncertain times. And we are in the most uncertain times. So you needing support right now of how to show up with more certainty, more predictability, more stability, so your clients can rely on you? Because when the external environment is feeling fragile and uncertain, we need to be the people that they can rely on, your clients can rely on, that can come to you for certainty. And I know in my coaching business, clients come to me generally, what I hear the most, because I'm reliable, I'm relatable, I'm real, and I'm consistent. And I show up with honesty. So the thing is, if we can be all of that and more, you'll find that your business will be stable in uncertain times. So if you're ready for this conversation, let's buckle in. I'll just check that if anyone's here, and if I'll just alert the whole group that we're here. Let's have a look. Yes, I'll just let people know that we're having a Friday chat. Notify everyone. Brilliant. Great. And the great news is also I have an incredible free training coming on April the 27th, the 10K work week method. And I'm going to be taking you through how to be more consistent and predictable with your income. So if you're feeling like your working days are still really full, you've got the clients and you're doing everything, but your income still goes up and down. It feels unpredictable, and it's probably not a marketing problem, and it's probably not a structural problem. And that's exactly why I've created this workshop, the 10K work week method, happening on April 27th. It's a public holiday in Australia, so no excuse not to show up at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. Well, actually it's not Daylight Savings Time. We're back now to, the clock went back. But it's 10 a.m. New South Wales time. And what we're going to be creating is a predictable, stable, consistent 10K week method. And I'm going to run you through how you don't have to work more hours or more days and do anything more to get the income that creates predictability and consistency. And that's the thing, you don't have to be doing different treatments or anything different to what you're currently doing. There's just some major gaps in your consultation process, your rebooking process, and your client nurture sequence that might be some blind spots, or you might be feeling a little bit relaxed around, and you're not aware of the small tweaks that can make the massive impact. And it's the small things that make big changes inside your business, that where you can get more predictability with income your energy levels, your revenue, and your profits. So if you're ready to have more clarity and more certainty in your business and being more stable and predictable, this is the event for you. I'll drop the link here, and you'll need to register for the event, and there's incredible bonuses on the day as well. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you there. And I wanted to, continue with this conversation. If anyone's got any feedback on how they're going in this environment right now and how they're affected by it, I really would love to hear you and validate how you're feeling. And if you've got any questions around how to be in an environment, in a business, when things are unpredictable in the outside, please drop them here. So what's really important right now is that, I suppose there's so many things what's important, because in uncertain times, it is a part of life, right? And things will always be uncertain. That's just unfortunately the way things are. We need to normalize that. But most people build their business expecting things will feel stable. And the moment things don't feel stable, they slow down, they hesitate and pull back. And that's why their income becomes inconsistent. Not because they're not good at what they do, but because their response is more reactive, and not in a leadership way. When we're in a leadership mindset, we take action. And we take action to solve problems and to reduce the reactivity on the outside and stabilize ourselves on the inside, so our business does become more predictable and more stable. And how that is if we can anchor into being stable. Follow up with your clients. Be reliable. Do what you say you're going to do. Instead of reacting, I want to walk you through the principles I personally follow during times like this. Are you interested? And what I would recommend if you are feeling like this too. Because when others go low, it's important that you stabilize and go higher, go beyond the reaction, go beyond the instability. And one of the biggest mistakes I see, people drop their prices. Clinics and salon owners, clinic owners drop their prices. They go into fear and think people aren't spending, and they think that they need cheaper, but this is actually what you don't need to do. People are still spending, absolutely. They're just more selective. So instead of lowering your prices, I want you to stabilize your prices. And if you need to increase them, generally it's the people that slightly increase their prices at this time, strangely, lead with the best treatments because they offer more value. They can talk about what they offer with conviction and certainty and confidence. They give their best results with their highest value. And the second point to this is people, we all crave certainty. Right now, people aren't looking for more noise. There's so much distraction and upset and upheaval and disturbance right now. I actually haven't turned on the news for a while because it's so disturbing. And it's not because I'm choosing to be ignorant. It's just not where I want my mindset to go, because I know low energy creates low vibration. And there's a point where we need to be informed, but also there's a point where we need to know what's good for us so we can feel calm, stable and grounded and certain. And that is your role as a clinician and a clinic owner. Not to pretend everything is perfect or fine, but to lead and feel stable and not always be talking about the drama. Clients are feeling that already. They want to come in and feel calm and stable and soothed and at ease in your energy and presence. Number 3, I would recommend stay in your rhythm. Businesses that grow don't rely on random posts, random offers, or guessing, or specials and discounts. They have a consistent, certain rhythm. And it's a way they track clients, it's the way they nurture, it's the way they promote, it's the way they sell, it's the way they talk, it's the conversations they have are more engaging and more high energy, if that makes sense. So don't stop just because things feel uncertain. I really want you to get that. They refine and they don't panic. These are the clinics doing the best right now. My clinics that I'm coaching right now, they aren't panicking and they're just delivering incredible service and taking ownership and stepping in and being that person that people can come to rely on and feel at ease with and feel calm with and get the results they want, because stability comes from consistency. And number 4, this is a big one, and you probably have heard this before: success leaves clues. I love this. I've followed this for years. And if you see anyone being successful, follow the breadcrumbs because success does leave clues. I always come back to this. You know, even like when I think about during COVID, I didn't realize that I would be pulling back. I leaned in. And because I did, that's when our business became even stable in uncertain times. We all were fearful and uncertain and scared and didn't know what all this meant. But because I leaned in and because we created a plan to grow our online business, our online shop, our product line stabilized. We created so many things for our clients where they could look after their skin at home. There was consultations online, there was little tips, we're sending out information, we're making home care kits. There was so much innovation at that time and our business stabilized. We didn't feel the impact as much as those people or clinics that froze and did nothing and were petrified, which is totally valid. But yet, where I'm coming with this is, and I encourage you to do the same, don't join the majority who panic. Be the one who stays grounded, regulated, stable. Stability creates consistency, and people need that more and more these days. They need to come to you to feel that certainty and keep moving forward with this knowing. And number 5, promote your best. Be your best. This is not a time to water things down, to dilute things, to make things cheaper. People don't need more options. That's why I'm saying promote your best. People need solutions, they want results, and they want to feel great. So lean into what is your best services right now in your treatment menus and double down on that. They need clarity, structure, and a clear path to results. And lead with your highest value treatments and products. Don't leave the products off the treatment services. You must lean into offering your best services and back them with their home care. Home care is what gives them the results after you have done the treatments at home. That's vital. And number 6, never assume. Never assume what your clients can afford. Not based on what they look like and what they wear, the car they drive. I mean, one of my best clients, my goodness, spends literally thousands with me every week. She sees me when I'm working hands-on, and they're, no judgment, but their car is just not of interest to them. It's so old, it actually looks like it's been in multiple crushes. It really does. It looks like cars have banged into it, into a car. Once they park their car, it's really not as fancy as their lifestyle. They're just not interested. They don't spend their money on a car. They just see a car for going to A to B, and they rather spend their money on a beautiful home, restaurants, and my client looking after her skin and her facials. So please never assume what your clients can afford, because you'll be surprised what they will spend when they lean in and they go for things. They take action, they speak up, and they feel comfortable in uncertain situations. So that is practice. If you're feeling like, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming, there's so much to know and do, practice makes progress. So if you're feeling uncomfortable being certain, just take baby steps and see what happens. Have a conversation and then assess how did that go, and then you can alter that conversation in knowing that you can address it differently the next time you have a conversation that needs to require more certainty, more assertiveness, and more leadership. And number 8, don't change everything. This is where people go wrong. They panic and change absolutely everything. Their offers, their pricing, their strategy, their treatments, they're looking for new devices, they're looking for more products. Oh my gosh, do not do this. Stay in your lane and do what you do the best. Like what you do the best. Never forget what you do the best and what you love doing, because people come to you for that. So stay anchored. Make small, smart adjustments based on what is working. Double down on what is working and do less of what isn't working. And number 9, lucky last, hold the wave. I'll explain. Every strategy, every system, every new structure will feel uncomfortable. That's just normal. Anything new feels uncomfortable. You look at a little baby trying to walk, and they fall and get down, they step up again, they fall, they stumble, they get up. So of course that's uncomfortable for an infant. So imagine us as adults when we get stuck in our own ways and we try something new and it's slightly uncomfortable at first. But if you keep going, keep persisting, this is where stability is created and consistency matters. And that's where people will start to feel comfortable in your presence, because you are stable, you're reliable and predictable with how you show up. There's never been a better time to be more predictable, reliable and consistent. So hopefully if you take anything away from this, let it be this. This moment is here not to stop you, slow you down. It's here to show you how to be a better leader, how to be more assertive, how to show up with more conviction, how to be more consistent with your clients. Because the businesses that grow through uncertainty are the ones who will do the best, who will stay consistent, who will be the ones that clients come back to. So lean in when others are pulling back, and you will do incredibly well. So I had a lot to say in this little mini live because there's a lot going on out there. So I'll drop the link here for my training that's not to be missed, because we're going to be going deep into being predictable, stable, and creating consistent 10K weeks without working more hours and without the exhaustion. So we're going to drive our business to the next level. So until next time, beauties, I really am excited to present the 10K week work week method, and I look forward to seeing you then. Have the best weekend. Happy Friday, happy weekend. Just see if there's any comments before I jump off. And let's see if anyone's here. Great. Well, if you watch the replay and you've got comments or insights or questions, please drop them below. I always will reply. But sending you so much love and happy weekend, everyone. Bye for now.